in European propaganda, white people depict themselves as bringers of civilization and bringers of democracy. Understand, nations don't invade each other to bring civilization. Nations don't invade each other to bring democracy. They invade for resources, to take the resources of what you consider your enemy and make them your own. Britain ruled Uganda, ruled India. Did they organize any election? No. Only when they were evil. You know, they have what they call diplomacy by deception. When they killed the Native Americans, then one Catholic priest called Bartholomew de las Casas, by the way, before they went, they asked the Catholic, the Isabel of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon, they asked the Pope called Pope Nicholas, the sixth, also known as Borgia, who had 27 concubines, 2 sons, including Chesley, who also rose to become a canon, his daughter, Lucretia, who was a thief, a murderer, you know, and a pillager. He decreed, he has authorized Spain and Portugal to reduce to servitude all infidel people and said African people had no souls to save. So, Bartholomew de las Casas, in order to save the souls of Native Americans, he came and took Africans to the Caribbean. And that started the so-called African Holocaust, or the so-called slave trade. But it was a trade in 4 major products. Don't forget these products. It was a trade in sugar, it was a trade in tobacco, it was a trade in alcohol, sugar, alcohol, tobacco, and there was a 4th one that are just drugs. Drugs. When you hear drugs, that the drug war, cocaine, whatever, who is the biggest exporter of drugs, the biggest seller of drugs? The United States government. Don't take my word for it. They fought a war with China called the Opium War. Do you study the Opium War? Forcing China to buy opium. Britain fought a war with China. Forced China to buy opium. And then took over Hong Kong and developed Hong Kong as the trading capital of what product? Of opium. In Europe, opium was sold. You would travel with your syringe to the theater. You would have it to drink it as a tea. Only thing they are telling you is just deception. America, when they were in Vietnam, America had set up an airline called American Airlines just to transport drugs. To give it to soldiers because the soldiers didn't want to die. They refused to fight, so they gave them drugs. During the 60s, in the civil rights movement, when black people started standing up, they did deal with the mafia to introduce drugs in the black community. So they will do a deal to introduce the drugs in Uganda. They will do a deal to introduce the drugs in Kenya. It is them that sell drugs. Don't be deceived.